YouTube, what's going on? This preacher. I'm just doing my little treatment. See my little IV here? Yeah. Got my little IV. And bam. Stick there. That's a long story. Long story. I gotta take care of y'all health. I had health problems before I got inside the trucking. Alright. And yeah, all this is legal. Okay. This is not illegal what I'm doing. You can do this, in truck. Besides, I'm sitting at a shipper and that I'm gonna be here for at least 3 hours, and this is just a 30-minute treatment. So it's not a big it's not a big deal. Anyway, this is not what this video is about. So I had to cancel 2 of the customers that I service inside my contract, right? Okay, the contract is with the manufacturer that I have. It's each load I do is $1,850, $1,850. They go about 580 miles at that rate, and I deliver it between 8 and 4 o'clock. Now the manufacturer has different customers in the same area. Okay, give or take some. Okay, so sometimes it may go up to 600 miles depending on what customer that I'm servicing, right? So the agreement was with one particular customer. The shipper called and asked if I can take it to these other customers, right? And I was like, could I help them out? They behind, they can't find drivers, blase, blase. They give me the same rate. And I'm like, listen, okay, I help you out. But it's not an everyday thing, but I help you out, right? So I did about 4 loads for the customers. So then the lady that handles, I guess, the orders for the business, she comes out to me and she says that, all the other drivers, they get here between 7 and 8. I need you here between 7 and 8. I said, well, ma'am, I can't get him between 7 and 8. She said, well, all the other drivers do. Well, that's them. I don't have nothing to do with them. I said, the contract I got says between 8 and 4 o'clock. That's what the contract I got. She said, well, if you can't get him between that time, then we can't use you. I said, well, ma'am, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. And hey, if I can help you out in any way when the time comes, just let me know. You have my number. But it's been a pleasure. So about an hour later, I get a call from the logistics manager from the place where I get the load from. And he asked me, well, what's going on? I'm like, man, just chilling. Just waiting to get unloaded. He said, yeah, well, the customer called and said that they need you there between 7 and 8. I said, yeah, I know. Yeah, she told me. So he go, the load you got next week for them, you gonna be there between 7 and 8? I said, no, take me off that load. He said, you can't get there between 7 and 8? I said, what do my contract say? He said, excuse me? I said, what do my contract say? What times? Between 8 to 4. I said, exactly. At what rate? 1850. I said, exactly. That's what my contract says, right? He said, yeah. So, if my contract says between 8 to 4, and I'm getting here between 9 to 10, I'm fulfilling my contract, correct? He go, yeah, okay. Now, if you want to change the details of the contract, and you want me to be there between 7 and 8, I'm going to have to charge you the average rate. Like the other drivers that you got that are not under contract. So now we got to go from 1850 to 2400. Oh no, I can't do that. No, we can't do that. I mean, we can't pay that per load. That's why we got the contract. I said, exactly. That's why you got the contract, right? He go, yeah, exactly. So you don't want me changing the price of the contract, do you? Right. Well, don't change my terms of the contract. I said, I picked those times because I can see my kids off to school. So when I come home, I'm able to see my kids. So I'm giving you a discounted rate because it allows me to be able to see my kids. If I have to be here at 7, that means I'm getting home when they sleep and I'm leaving when they sleep. I'm not seeing my kids. I'm not interacting with my kids. I said, so that means you got to pay what everybody else is paying because you taking time away from me. And it's just not about miles, it's about time too. So if you take your time away from me, I'm going to charge you what everybody else is charging. I said, just like I told the lady, well, this will be my last load that I do for you. Thank you very much. You being great. All right. I said, my contract is not with them. My contract is with y'all that every time I do a load for y'all, it pays this. It's not exclusive to them. It's only exclusive to the Red Barn where I go. You asked me to take these as a favor, but my stuff is exclusive to the Red Barn. But just know, if you change the contract, I'm changing the amount within that contract as well. So he said he understand. Great. I'm glad you understand. Listen, this is a business, y'all. You have to learn how to say no. You really do. Now it's only like 588 miles, right? And it's 1850. Um, as of September the 15th of this year, it goes up to 1900. I told him the season is getting ready to start. So the new contract I got is for 1900. That's the new contract, and that starts September the 15th for the rising cost of the fuel, right? Because it's about I go about $300 worth of fuel per trip for that load. So that $50 is gonna help out with that $300 in fuel that I have for the trip. But I was like, y'all got to learn how to say no. If they want to change the contract, I change the rate because the rate is based off of what we agreed of and the times and things. So if you want me to make sacrifices, then y'all gonna pay for that. Period. And I told him take me off that load, and he was like, well, okay. So then this was on Friday of last week. He called me today, which is Thursday, and asked me, could I do a load going back to that place next week? I said no. Just like that's what I told the lady. Because I'm not getting there till between 9 and 10. Oh no, she's fine with it. She's fine with it. I said no, she's fine with it because she can't find another driver that's gonna do it for what I was doing it for. So she like, well, shoot, I got to pay somebody, you know, $500 more than what I was paying somebody to get it. They still got the same load this week. Now, last Friday is when I told them to take me off of the load for this week. All right, I supposed to have picked that load up originally on Tuesday. They still have that load. They still haven't moved that load. I know they still haven't moved that load because Wednesday they called me and see if I could pick up the load on Thursday. Because today is Thursday, and originally I picked that load up on Thursday and I delivered it Friday morning. All right, now we talked about this, Tom. We talked about this. I wasn't doing it because at the time. Oh no, they good with the time. I said, yeah, they good with the time now. I know they good with the time now. I said, because they can't find nobody to do it for what I was doing it for. So now they have to pay. I said, that's the difference. Don't try to change the contract because you try to change the contract, I'm going to change the contract. That's just how it is. This is business, okay? You also got to pay for my time as well. So it's just not the miles. You're paying for my time as well. So if I got to make a sacrifice, you're going to pay for it. Now the load I got today pays me $2,400. Same miles. Well, actually a little bit. This one's $581. The other one's like $588. $2,400. Picking up 30 miles away from where I normally would pick up and delivering to the same area. $2,400. The load I booked for next week, right? $2,600. Picking up from the same area, going back to the same area. And I sent them that today. I sent them the rate cards. I had to black out who it was and stuff. I sent them the rate cards for the amount. I said, you see these amounts? I said, so don't take my gratitude for a weakness. I'm glad that I'm getting this load that takes me right by my house for me to spend time with my family. Because he was like, well, don't you want to spend time with, oh, now you really worry about me spending time with my family now. I'm like, that's crazy when he said that. I'm saying, oh, so now you worry about me spending time with my family. But when you was trying to get me to take it for the same amount and be there between 7 and 8, you wouldn't worry about my family now. No, I'm just saying, don't get me wrong. Don't get mad. I'm not trying to argue with you or nothing. I said, yeah, I know you're not trying to argue with me. See, that's the thing about having your own truck and being able to book your own loads and go where you want to go. I go where I want to go and I book my own loads. I cancel my own loads. If I don't feel like going, I cancel. The contracts I get, I cancel. If you want to break the rules, this is what my contracts say. I'm fulfilling my contract like I'm supposed to. You can't change it to fit your needs, or I'm going to change the price. And then we're going to get that in writing as well. But see, they ain't want to change the price. They want the same price, but they want different service. No, you got to pay for that service. He called back. I'm saying, yeah, I'll do it for $2,300. Oh no, that's too much. We can't. That's too much. I said, oh, that's too much. Well, you can find somebody else then. Yep. I said, you can find somebody else. Well, I see if they want to pay a little bit more money next week. Well, y'all do that. Right now, I'm already booked one day, so as of right now, I only could do one load next week. That's it. So if it's my Redborn load, let me know. I'll do that for $1,850 because my $1,900 don't start till September the 15th. That's the when the new contract begins. I said, so let me know. Let me know what you want, what y'all want to do, man. It's funny when they see that they can't get nobody to do it. And I tried to explain it to the lady. I said, ma'am, listen, your other drivers that you get to come here, I guarantee you ain't paying them what you paying me. So by you saying your other drivers you get to come here between 7 and 8, that's because you paying them more money to do that with. She said, well, I'm not sure what we paying them. Yeah, you know what they paying. Because you know what I'm getting paid. So how you know what I'm getting paid and you don't know what your other driver's getting paid to do the same thing? Well, they come from different areas though. But still, she said she had tried to act like she didn't even know what she was paying them. I said, your other driver's getting more money than what y'all paying me for. To be here at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm not sure what they getting paid. I just know that they get here, between 7 and 8. No, my contract says between 8 to 4, which you agreed to when you agreed for me to take this unload. So I don't know what to tell you, but like I say, don't worry about it. I'm not going to be able to service you because you wanted at different times. So this will be my last load for you. I thank you. Talk to you later. They called me twice since then to take the load. I'm like, yeah. No. Freedom. When you become an owner-op, you should have that freedom. Okay, if it's your truck, your truck. Now, I can't tell you about lease purchasing and when you go get these trucks with no money down and you with these other places and, they give you a choice between 4 loads to take and all this other particular. I can't tell you nothing about that. I don't know. But I will give you my opinion. If you have your own truck, this is your own truck. The company did not get you this truck. This is your truck. You can take it where you please to take it. All right? Part of your freedom you should have is to be able to book your own loads and go where you want to go. Be off when you want to be off. That should be included in why you want to be an owner op. So you can run your business how you want to run your business. My company, West, that's not my company. The company I'm signed on to. That company right there, they don't call you. They don't mess with you. You can take off as long as you want to take off. When you come back, you're gonna have that money that you own, but for deductions and stuff. But hey, they don't they don't care. They don't bother you. They don't bother you at all. And that's how it should be. Now I don't know how much longer I will be with this here company. I got moves, I got other desires, I got other wants and things like that. Especially because I pay them 25% of everything that I make. This week I made making $7,400 this week. So they get 25% of $7,400. Then my $400 in deductions. Now that $400 deductions won't be for everybody, okay? Because I have insurance in that $400 deduction, and I have my maintenance escrow that gets that's included inside that $400 deduction as well. So if you don't want none of that, you just want the bare minimum. I think it's only like $140 something in deductions. And if you need a trailer, then you add $200 onto that 140 something bucks, and that gives you your roundabout of how much your deductions and stuff would be. So that's how it is. But yeah, man, I had to cancel two shippers. Both shippers basically did the same thing. One lied to me, then I got there, and then I wound up staying there. I don't know if they was mad at me or what, but they had me there for 5.5 hours, and that didn't sit right with me. All because I didn't get there at the time that they wanted at 8 o'clock. So then they had me sit for 5.5 hours. I had to cancel another load, and that messed up my week. They really messed up my week. I wound up making more that week than I planned on making, but my time, I had to work the whole weekend, and it just threw my time off. But yeah, I mean, you get these contracts. Don't be scared to tell these people no. They want to change the contract. You change the contract to fit you. All right, talk to y'all later.